Welcome back for another top-notch video. This week, guys, we're going to be discussing the week of June 4th through June 8th. If you have a TSP account, Roth IRA, any brokerage accounts, or anything to do with the markets, this channel is for you. So let's go into what we always do, just a little bit of analysis on some of the charts. And with going that, I'm going to show you guys this. So with this chart here, I want you to see that we have the S&P 500, or the C fund for you TSP followers, from 2000, 2008, and 2018. As you well know, 2000 and 2008 we had some major downturns. And what does our markets look like today? I took these charts and I took them 130 days after each one of them peaked. So this is the major peak here in 2000, major peak in 2008, which happened in October, and our major peak in January. We still have not beat that peak for the S&P 500. We have seen it with the Dow and the NASDAQ, but not with the C fund. So 130 days after the peak, how do we look? As you can see, 2000, this is what it looked like before really bad things started to happen. Kind of jaded in here. You want that blue line above that red line, kind of like we do on our other charts. 2008, here's the major peak. We had some nasty stuff going on here. Blue line never did get above that red line. And here's where we sit today. If we look how many times the charts crossed each other, as you can see with 2000 we had 1 cross, 2 crosses, 3 crosses, 4 crosses, 5 crosses before we had big bad things happen in our 2000 chart. So a lot of indecision all the way through here. People really not knowing what to do. Should I stay in? Should I get out? 2008 we had 3 crosses. 1 here, 1 here, 1 here. How does that compare to today? We had maybe 1 here. I didn't even count that one. And then 1 here. That was it. Just 1 cross. Now, can we see more in the future? Yes, most certainly we could. We don't know that. But what we have with the information in hand is we only have 1 cross. Charts look pretty good, guys. 2018 versus 2008 or 2000. Moving on. So let's move right into the week as we usually do. So we have June 4th through June 8th here. Moving down for TSP folks, we're not going to go through the life cycle or G fund, so that leaves us with the other funds. So TSP, get your C fund, S fund, I fund, and F fund. Roth IRA brokerage people or TSP that want to follow their funds can look at the ETF IVV for the C fund, VXF for the S fund, EFA for the I fund, and EFA for the I fund and AGG for the F fund. IVV or the C fund, we had a decent rally going on with that this week, so that was really good. Continues to rise. On our charts, our weekly charts, we are crossed. This is a big flag here. This is our 3rd week with positive energy moving up. We had that big indecision week last week, and we had a very strong week this week, which was reflected in the charts. We're going to continue to leave our allocation here. On our 2-day chart, it still looks like it's doing very well. Looked like we were going down here, and then it was a fake out, so that's why we stick with our weekly charts. The bigger chart always tells you, will always pull the smaller chart in the direction. Now, smaller charts sometimes pull the bigger charts in the direction. But we stayed with it, we stuck with it, and we have a nice rally. This is a very nice looking chart for IVV. Moving on, let's look at our next chart, which is VXF, which is the Dow Jones. This is the S fund for you folks that are in TSP. All-time highs here. Excellent. 120, we have not seen that yet. We are above that January high. If you would have bought in January and bought and hold in all these periods, you would have been doing very well today. Or if you would have swing traded and got out right around this point here and bought in somewhere right around here, you'd have been doing very well today. We stayed in it for the most part, and we're doing very well today, so that's good. Let's look at it on our other technical chart. We've been up in this market for quite some time. I think we got in somewhere right around here, so somewhere down here, which was a great point to get in with our funds. And we've been in this fund ever since. I think we got in right around here, so around 111. So we're doing very well. The blue line is above the red line, so that's always a positive sign. We are in positive energy. And if we look at our 2-day charts, we're just came out of this little fake out here, and beautiful lines. So we're doing very well here. in regards to VXF or the S fund. Let's move over to international markets. So our international fund is EFA. With EFA, is our I fund for TSP folks. We are seeing this thing hit the lows a number of times here. This is one, almost two, three, four times. Yeah, I don't know how many times it can hit that low before it starts to penetrate through. Not really seeing any new tops here. No higher highs. That is concerning. I'm hoping it can break this trend line this week. But it's just been floating between the 70 and 72 line for, I would say, ever since March. Not a lot of price action or movement in this fund. Not somewhere to have your money at this time, but we'll look at it at a chart perspective. EFA was moving towards a positive direction. We thought we would see a line cross here. We did not. It ended up going back down, so now we're back in negative energy here. Right around this week, we pulled our funds out of EFA and moved them to something else. So we, and I saw that. You should have saw that in our charts at the bottom. But overall, we're moving negative energy, so just not something to have our money in at this time. And lastly, let's look at bonds or AGG ETF or the F fund. We saw that big, huge rally, and now it's continuing to hang out between the moving averages. Not a lot of price action. Not somewhere I would stick your money. Still, ever since the beginning of the year, I've told you guys that this just isn't the greatest fund to have your money in. Now, if you're in the life cycle funds for your TSP folks, you do have money in AGG, so please keep that in mind. From the chart perspective, AGG is positive. We see a positive here. Looks like it's trying to make a rally here, but if we look at our 2-day chart, we are coming down off that high, and that's just not a time to be putting money into AGG. So I just stick out of AGG for now. Some folks ask me that now that we are back to where we should be for our commodities funds, which is VXF, the S fund, and IVV, the C fund. Both charts are doing well. So how do we determine where to put our money, either in the C fund or the S fund? And the answer in that is once you have those weekly charts that are both doing really, really well for both these funds, you start to look at the smaller charts. So the 2-day chart, and they're still doing well there. So then you start to look at the 4-hour chart, and that'll give you a good indicator. As you can see, we're losing energy here on IVV, but I think we're losing energy on VXF as well. Yes, we are. But based off of those charts, now we can start to maybe swing trade our portfolio a little bit to try to get in a little bit of profit here or there. I don't like to do that so much, and I don't see anything that we could swing trade for this week. But now that funds are doing well, we can try to do that based off the 2-day charts. And we will try to do that as long as we have our moves for the month. So we're still sitting at 2 moves or we can still make 2 moves for the month. So, but as of right now, what we're going to end up doing, I think, if you look at our charts, is we're going to leave everything just where it's at. So we have 30% of our portfolio in the C fund, or for Roth IRA folks, that IVV ETF. And we have 70% of our portfolio sitting in the S fund or VXF, you Roth IRA folks / brokerage people. Any new allocations, any new money is going into our S fund, and we're going to leave it just like that for the week. My question for you guys is, do you think that there's any better funds that we could be putting money in at this time, or do you think this analysis is pretty good? You can go ahead and write your comments below if you have any, if you have questions. Please like, subscribe, or share this channel. If you know people out there that have a TSP account or a brokerage account and they might want to try managing their account, please show them my channel and have them subscribe. Please subscribe. That really helps the channel out. If you have any questions, go ahead and write those in the comments below. Really appreciate your guys' time, and we'll see you guys next time. That's another top-notch video.